Our next award, it's not a new award, but we've renamed the award. It was known as the Inspirational Story of the Year 2 years ago when we presented this award. We are now going to call it the Courage Award. Kind of what we did with Robert Wilcox, though, we are going to bestow the name of tonight's recipient upon that award in future years. This year's recipient, she just cared about others, on and off the court. I say cared, past tense, because in 2020, Noel Johnson passed away after a 14-month journey with ovarian cancer.
Let's go, right here.
Noel Johnson arrived in Wichita Falls in 2008, coming with a desire to make a difference in the lives of others. Noel had already spent 11 years as an assistant coach at Texas State and North Texas, but in 2008, Noel would be leading her own program at Midwestern State. At the time, all we knew about Noel was in her playing days, she could shoot the ball, and she had won a national championship at Texas Tech. She still holds the Tech single-season record for best three-point shooting percentage. Fans at the Allegan Coliseum would soon learn she was a leader. She took over an MSU program which had just endured 4 straight losing seasons. Her teams improved her first 4 seasons at the helm, in 2013 winning a conference championship, first in 12 years. Remember, though, when she arrived at Midwestern State, her goal was not to just win games, but to impact lives.
How big of a heart she had. She cared about everybody she met, whether she just met them or somebody she had on her team for 4 years. Teaching us on the court and off the court of life skills and showing that caring is so inspirational.
In my honest opinion, she was probably one of the strongest female role models that any of us could have ever asked for as young women. I mean, because it's just so rare that you encounter anyone in your lifetime who is so dedicated to helping you reach for and achieve your goals and encourages you day after day to just be true to yourself and to be a better person than you were the day before.
Not only was she my mentor, she became one of my best friends, and you know, we treated each other like family. And you know, I was with her 10 straight years. We were together, you know, maybe in the summer where we might take a few days not seeing each other, but we were together all the time, and it was just special to be with her.
She'd lead the Mustangs to 8 conference tournaments, 3 NCAA tournaments, and a school record 158 wins. Her last win coming on January 18th in Lawton, an 82-77 win over Cameron. 9 months earlier, Johnson had been diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer.
April 2nd, it was in the afternoon. I think it was around 2 o'clock. You want to talk about your world turning upside down? That's one thing that happened to me. It was very surreal. You kind of have your mind over here and your body over here. So it was a difficult day. I think the hardest part of that day wasn't just me realizing that I have cancer and it is advanced. It was telling my parents, you know, and that's one thing you never ever want to have to tell your folks, is I have cancer at stage 4 and it's metastasized.
Noel knew her days were limited. She also knew she wasn't finished being a positive influence on the lives of others.
With God, you know, that's something I've had to really, really dig in with that, with God, and talk to Him. And I know I still have work to do. But it's scary. It's a reality that you don't necessarily want to face. But I'm going to be honest, I'm glad I did.
Through her battle with cancer, Noel learned just how many lives she's touched and how much she was loved.
That's been very humbling as a human. The amount of coaches that I know just through the coaching tree, the amount of people that knew me as a player in high school and at Texas Tech, this community, I still don't have words. It's amazing.
Accepting the now Noel Johnson Courage Award, Midwestern State women's basketball coach Christopher Ray. Podium's yours.
Thank you, everybody, for this award. Nexstar, KFTX, all the sponsors, for naming this after Coach Jay. Incredible package that was just shown. That's going to say more than I ever can right now, but I know she'd like to thank her mom, Agatha, and Dad Dean, for raising such a phenomenal daughter. She would want to thank her brother Nick, sister Leslie, then her best friend, Reagan Foster, and all of her other friends and family that have supported her over the years. To all of her coaches, especially Coach Sharp, her mentor and leader at Texas Tech. And then she was supported by so many family, friends, and players who were by her side through the good and bad. But Coach Shea would probably be the first person to say that we were making too big a deal about her, because she was just that humble. And but after working with her for 10 years, I know that she was a true legend, and it was because she strived to be one of the hardest workers, and I got to see that firsthand. And in her own words, success feels like hard work. She's a legend and very deserving of this Courage Award. The day we found out, when she told Coach Toy and myself she was diagnosed with cancer, I became very optimistic, because I know how strong and courageous she was, that she would beat it. Many people told me that it was only going to be 3 or 4 months, but I knew she would beat those odds, and she did. She fought for 15 months, and it was a tough fight, but she definitely gave cancer a good fight. She showed what it means to stay focused and consistent. She was built to show what it means to work hard, be courageous, and continue her legacy through the people she impacted. She was a competitor and wanted to win at everything. She hated losing more than she liked winning, and that was kind of tough at times, trying to console her after games. But that mindset pushed her to be the fierce competitor off the court. As you can see, all of her accolades: state champion, 2-time state champion, 4 Southwest Conference titles at Tech, national championship, MSU all-time leader in wins, and then, but her desire went beyond just wins and losses. I mean, she was intense at everything. Even our intense putting competitions in the office in the summer, we're just trying to get the ball closest to the wall, and she wouldn't really let the game be over until she won. So, but as a coach, she wanted her players to win, but more than anything, she wanted them to succeed in life. Her passion for her players is what made her an incredible coach. She cherished when alumni would call and come by the office, and I miss her every day, and I'm honored that she gave me the chance to become a coach and what it means to be a coach. And Coach Shea, your courage will forever be instilled in me, your family, your friends, teammates, and players. Thank you, Coach Shea, and thank you, Nexstar and KFTX, for naming this award after her.
It's now time to move on to our Hall of Fame inductions. Our first Hall of Famer tonight, which will be we had 10 go in, this will be the 11th Hall of Famer.